Hello, good evening, everyone. So happy to see you all. Today, I'm so lucky to being with you on the Zoom. Bante San told me to do this program for you. So I'm so happy. So today, I would like to talk about this topic. People are so curious about this topic. The topic is letting go. Letting go. And we know we are experiencing now, there are so many things going in the world, and people have some fear, some anxiety about it. Now, people are looking for something. So, this topic is so wonderful. In this situation, we can practice this topic, letting go. So, first of all, you can ask this question to yourself: how do you practice letting go? Why do you want to practice letting go? Maybe you are practicing it, sometimes you are not, but you want to practice it, but you don't know sometimes how to practice let it go. So today I would like to share my wisdom, how I'm practicing letting go. So then you can get some idea, or you can practice where you are practicing, you can add these ideas into your practice. So first of all, I would like to tell you, as a human, we always looking for happiness, right? We always looking for happiness. So that's why we are doing so many activities in our life. So letting go is a main condition for our happiness. We know it is so hard to practice, but we want to practice it. Why we want to practice it? I'm telling people, as a humans, we always enjoying our suffering, isn't it? We are enjoying our suffering. If you say no, I'm not enjoying my suffering, I would like to ask this question to you. I think you can't laugh at same joke again and again every day, right? Do you want to laugh at same joke again and again every day in your life? You can do it like, one, twice, or like that, 3 times, 4 times, then you are getting tired. You don't want to hear it even though. But as a human, we are getting sad or upset, or we are crying at same situation again and again every day. And why is that? That is we call ignorant. We are not understanding about the situation, why we are creating this sadness again and again. So in this case, it is so wonderful to practice letting go. 2 days ago, a girl came to me, and she has a very big problem with her boyfriend. So she told me, my relationship broke. So I'm thinking of him. So Bante, how do I practice letting go? Then I said, okay, now think. There are two past. First one is we call actual past. Second one we call emotional past. Actual past is actual. It is never changing. It is never changing. Actual past is actual. It is never changing. But emotional past, always changing. Right? For example, after this session, if somebody asks you, how about today meditation? You will say, it is awesome. It is good. Feel awesome after doing the meditation. Then that is we call actual. But after 2 days or 1 week after, again that person asks you, how about meditation in last week? You say, it is kind of boring. That is we call emotional fast. We are usually attaching this emotional past. That's why we are getting sadness again and again every day. Then we don't know how to practice letting go. We don't like to let them go, our past memories. We are attaching to it. We need it. We think we want it. So another experience I have in my life, I think 1 month ago, we had a class here we call a Q&A class. So one little girl came to that session. So during the session, she asked me wonderful question, Bante. I have a question. I asked, what is it? Then she said, my friend, she is moving to another state, but it is so hard to control my emotion. So I cannot play with her anymore. So how do I let it go, that emotional part? So then I said, can you hold your breath like that? You can do it. Take a breath, long breath, and hold it like 2-3 minutes. Can you do it? You can do it, but you are going to get some suffering, right? So when you release that breath, then you are holding that breath like that. Can you enjoy your life? You can't. If you want to enjoy your life, you have to breathe normally, regularly. Then you can enjoy your life. This is the exercise I taught that little girl, because little mind, they cannot learn big stuff. They have to learn very simple things. And when you think, I can't let it go, this problem, I want it, I need it, I want to keep thinking of this situation or past memories or this person or like that, try to hold your breath up, right? Do this exercise. Then you really understand, okay, I have to let it go. I can keep thinking of this because I'm going to tired, exhausted. I'm going to kill myself. I want to enjoy myself. That's what I'm breathing regularly, normal way. Another exercise you can do, I think you have something nearby you, like book or something like that. You can hold it, your book like this. Can you hold the book like this over 1 hour, 20 minutes, 10 minutes? Probably 10 minutes, okay, but 5 minutes, probably. If I hold these things in my hand like this, my arm is getting numb, pain. So it is so painful. Then I'm going to keep it down. Then no pain, right? No numbness anymore. Something we are keep holding in our mind. Our mind is getting numb, pain, exhausted. That's why we are asking you, please put the things down. Then you will be okay. And these two exercises so wonderful. Those are practical exercises. When you want to practice like letting go, you can do these two exercises. Then you will be okay. So, second question is why we can't practice letting go. As I told you, because we are clinging, we are attaching to things. This attachment is so strong. That is the main reason of our unhappiness. So one day, bunch of monks came to the Buddha. They were so curious about suffering, attachment. So then they came to Buddha. Then they asked Buddha, dear Buddha, you always talking about telling us attachment and suffering. So please explain. Sometimes we are so confused, we cannot understand about suffering. And Buddha said, okay, now just imagine a person who has a wound, rash on his left arm. When you have rash, what do you do? It is itching, right? When it is itching, what do you do then? You are scratching, right? When you scratching it, what happened then? Feel good, right? Feel good, feel awesome. Then you are getting tired, you stop it. Then what happened again? Pain comes. Same time, it is itching again. Then what do? You are scratching it again. Then again, you are exhausted. You want to get a rest. Sometimes you can see blood is bleeding. So, suffering and attachment like that. It is itching always. When it is itching, we are scratching it. Then we have some feelings. We are enjoying that feelings. It is not permanent. It is changing all the time, that feelings. We are thinking this feeling is so awesome. I want to keep it in same position, same way, but it is not. We cannot keep that feeling in same position, same way. It is changing all the time. When we get our hands from the wound or rash, pain comes. And we do same thing in our mind too. There are so many wounds we can see in our mind. We want to heal them, but what we do, include myself, we are scratching that wounds. We are not doing any treatments. When we scratching it, what happens? Then pain comes. So we want to understand first, don't scratch. Don't scratch your wounds, your pain, your rash. You have to go to doctor first. Get some advice from them, some treatments. Attachment like this too. Why we attach? Because we are thinking it is belong to me, it's mine. Then we are so happy and we are trying to keep those things in same situation. But when we see those things are changing, then we are getting what? Happy or sad? Sad. Then we are crying. Then we are so tired, right? That's why it is important practice letting go. When I talk about letting go, there is a story come to my mind. I really like that story. In Zen tradition, this story is so famous in Zen tradition. The story is, there was a farmer. He has a lot of animals like chicken and also pigs and horses, dogs, so many animals. He has a one horse. One day this horse ran away. He ran to a jungle. The neighbors came to him and said, "You are so unlucky. You missed your horse. He just ran away." Then this farmer said, "Whatever, who care? That's all." Then neighbors went. Then one day, that horse came with another 5 horses. Now he has 6 horses. Again, neighbors came to him and said, "You are so lucky. You have now 6 horses." Then this farmer said, "Whatever." He said, "That's it." And then neighbors went away. One day, his son tried to ride a horse. He, fell down from the horse and he broke his arm. Then again, neighbors came to him and said, "You are so unlucky. Your son is broke his arm. He cannot do anything now." Then this farmer said, "Whatever." One day, army came to this village to find some young people for the army. Army came to this house. They looked that young boy with broken arm. Then they said, oh, you cannot come to the army because you have broken arm. And then they went away. Then neighbors came to him and said, you are so lucky. Your son is always will be with you. He said, whatever. Say, that is we call letting go. He didn't attach anything. He didn't make any to himself or his family. Usually as a human, include myself, if we have something good around us, then we are so proud. Isn't it? We are, measuring ourselves with others. Isn't it? We are doing. That is, nature of the human, human mind. Then we are so happy when we, measure ourselves to others. Then we are so happy. That is we call ego actually. I don't know how do you describe the word ego in English, but in Pali language, ego means measuring, comparing. Okay? That's why we cannot practice let it go. Always we are comparing ourselves with others. You can make your life proud. You can say, I'm proud myself. You can say that. It is totally okay. But if you say, I'm proud because of my daughter better than other daughters, if you measure that way, that is we call ego. Make sense? That is we call ego. In Pali language, we have two words for the mind. One word we call chitta. Maybe you heard it before. So first one we call chitta. Chitta, it means always we are imagining the things. We make imagination in our mind. That is nature of our mind. That is we call chitta. And another nature of our mind, then we are comparing ourselves. That is we call mana. Mana mean another meaning of mind, which we always measuring, comparing ourselves. Right? For example, sometimes you are having a pizza for dinner today. When you eat pizza, then you are measuring it. You are comparing it. Today pizza is not so weird. It is not tasty. But yesterday one, it is so good. I like it. When you eat ice cream or chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream, you are comparing it, right? When you are buying things from store, you are comparing it. That is we call ego. It has, three levels. Sometimes when we comparing ourselves with others, sometimes we can see other people are better than us. Then we are thinking, oh, other people are better than us. They have this. They have nice car, nice family, nice house. That is we call, high ego. Sometimes when we comparing ourselves with others, then we can see we all are equal. He has a red car, I have blue car. He has a big house, it has 3 rooms and 2 bathrooms. Then we are comparing our house. Oh, I have same. Other one is when we comparing ourselves with other people, we can see we are lower than them. Sometimes they are lower than us. That is we call ego. And if we still, comparing ourselves with other, it is so hard to let it go from our hard thoughts. Which makes our miserable time. So I would like to ask you, if you feel something like that, maybe still you are attaching those kind of things, your ego part or your material stuff or something like that, you have to think everything is subject to change. It is we call impermanence, right? Emotional part, it is changing all the time. Material stuff, it is changing all the time. We cannot keep things in same situation, same way all the time. Even our breath, we cannot keep it same situation, rhythm all the time. It is changing all the time. When we understand that point, it is easier to practice letting go. Otherwise, we are holding the things until our mind is getting numbness, painful, then we cannot enjoy ourselves. Therefore, we call letting go is main condition for our happiness. You know, when you close your eyes for your practice, you have to go in a world and ask this question, why I can't practice letting go? What is the problem? Maybe then you can see that reason, that problem. Maybe you are attaching things, you are keeping things up in your mind. That's why you cannot enjoy yourself. You know, sometimes I do that exercise myself. I can see my weaknesses too. I'm a human being, I'm a monk, but sometimes I cannot see the differences between a monkey and monk. Sometimes my mind is, running, jumping around the way, around me. Sometimes I cannot understand myself. That's what I say. Sometimes it is not differences between monkeys and monk. So, because we are human, I can feel something, you can feel something, you are getting hunger, I'm getting hunger, you are getting thirsty, I'm getting thirsty. We all are human. But problem is, we want to do this exercise every day, go inner world and try to find things which create some miserable time for you. Then you can find that things up and practice letting go, all of them. Otherwise, you are getting pain, you are getting tired, exhausted, you cannot enjoy your life. You always being like a very sad person, no smile anymore on your face. When you see your weaknesses, then it is easy to practice letting go. And keep this little message in your mind. Don't scratch your wound in your mind. Get some treatment and heal them out. And also, when you want to practice letting go, think about your breaths, think about that parable, and it will help you to practice letting go. Okay? And please laugh at same joke again and again. Okay? Okay. Thank you so much. I think you learned something new, and thank you very much. And see you soon again.